What's good? It's your boy Don from Diamond Out Coaching and Entertainment for Coaching. Link down below. Now, with that being said, the ultimate goal of spirituality. What is it? Is it to get superpowers? Is it to find out about your past lives? Is it so you could just obtain that ultimate peace? It's none of those. I mean, look, you may get superpowers while becoming spiritual. You will likely obtain some type of peace the further you get inside your spiritual journey. And you will, possibly remember your past lives while on your spiritual journey and shit like that also. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things definitely can happen and do happen to people. That's a fact. Superpowers, never about the cities. Everybody know about the peace shit. Let's be real about that. You know what I'm saying? The past life shit, niggas be knowing about that shit also. So it's like, I mean, hey. But what is the ultimate goal for real? You see, the ultimate goal, right? Just look at the word. The word spiritual means to be of the spirit. And spirit could be defined in like two ways. Google definition, the spirit just means the non-physical part of yourself, and they often group the spirit with the soul, which actually has been done in the past by certain spiritual traditions. They have like the dual soul or some shit like that. The part of the soul that gives the energy and the part of the soul that just observes shit. You know what I'm saying? But the part that gives the energy, that's the spirit. Then the soul is like the focal point of awareness. Anyway, they often group the soul and the spirit on Google. They pretty much mean it. The definition pretty much means the non-physical part of yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what spirit technically means on Google. And we're just going to go with that because that's kind of what the goal is. To become of the non-physical part of yourself. The spiritual part of yourself. To become of, you know what I'm saying? Now, to say of the spirit is kind of like, yeah. Because when it comes to the spirit, right? So you have Ra and then Amun Ra. Ra is the spirit, right? Amun Ra means the hidden spirit. So Ra as the spirit is light and energy. You know what I'm saying? Which you can actually see. And it's kind of physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though energy is not as physical as matter, it's still a physical thing. You know what I'm saying? However, Amun Ra, the hidden spirit, right? This right here is simply just awareness, which is hidden and non-physical. My ears popped a while ago. I had to get them Jones back in there. That's why I be doing that. But aside from all that, right? The goal is to become of your awareness. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to literally become conscious. Because what does conscious mean? To be aware of your own awareness. People, it's like this. It's like you just walking around, right? You know what I'm saying? You just doing shit, but you don't know what the fuck you look like. Then you look inside the mirror and you say, holy shit, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. And then once you actually become conscious, you have to stay conscious. That's why it's called waking up. People fall back to sleep, you know. The goal is to constantly stay awake. Now, here's the thing, though. Why do people make it like there's spiritual practices, right, that are simply for just obtaining peace? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? You got to understand that when you become of the non-physical part of yourself, peace is going to be like a natural thing that happens. So there's a whole bunch of like minor goals. You know what I'm saying? You have, trying to obtain peace. You know what I'm saying? Trying to end suffering. All that other shit, right? But that's not technically the goal. You know what I'm saying? Of like spirituality. It's not technically the goal. It's just that as you achieve the goal of spirituality, that which is you becoming the non-physical part of yourself, you becoming your awareness, you becoming conscious. Once you actually hit that, you kind of end the suffering and then you obtain the peace. You know what I'm saying? But the ultimate goal is not just peace, because like if you're always inside this peaceful, blissful state, you can't get any fucking work done. And sometimes, right, you gotta motherfucking wake people up. Like, there are some people who just gonna become peaceful and blissful and just check the fuck out eventually. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you may realize that when you become that non-physical part of yourself, you have the urge to be like, holy shit, I want other people to experience this also. And because of that, you can't always be inside that peaceful, blissful state. You may need to have a lot of fucking drive. And because you became of the non-physical part of yourself, you learn how to get immense amount of energy, and you don't sleep as much, and you just do hella fucking work simply for the people on this goddamn earth. You know what I'm saying? With the past life shit. The past life shit does happen, but here's how it usually happens. Because you'll actually notice, right? In spiritual practices, they don't teach a lot of shit, like a lot of supernatural shit. They just try to get you in tune with the source. And then once you're in tune with the source, once you become of the non-physical part of yourself, right? Once that happens, you start to naturally get the other shit. Here's the reason why. When it comes to the past life shit, right? Your soul, right? Your awareness, right? Holds all of your memories. Whatever you observe gets stored inside of your soul. It gets stored inside of your awareness. You know what I'm saying? So if you're always walking like this, right, and you don't have a mirror, you're not observing your own soul. You're not observing your own awareness. Once you look inside the mirror and say, holy shit, now you could observe your soul. Once you observe your own awareness, you could start observing your soul. You can start observing the memories that are inside of your soul. You know what I'm saying? That's how the past life shit happens, because as you get more in tune with your soul, you can actually look at your soul and say, holy shit, I've done this, I've done that, I've been this, I've been that, I've been there, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why the past life shit happened. With the superpower shit, right? I can't fully say that. I can't fully explain that. Like, okay. Like for like telepathy, right? That happens because I could explain that. Even Ryan Cropper's, I had Ryan Cropper's telepathy course. You know what I'm saying? And he confirmed this shit for me inside his course. You know what I'm saying, bro? You could do telepathy because you're literally everybody, bro. So it's like, or you could like read somebody's past lives because you're literally everybody. So all you're doing is tapping into another version of yourself. Like, since we're all the same awareness, right? Split inside separate bodies, right? If I become the awareness that we all are, I have access to all of your shit. That's why I could like read you and also do telepathy on you. Like if you're thinking some shit, right? Inside of, like, let's say you're right here and I'm right here, right? And we're connected by the awareness that's up here. You know what I'm saying? So we're both right here. You're thinking these thoughts, right? You know what I'm saying? If I just go up here, I know exactly what the fuck you're thinking because we become the same shit at that point. You know what I'm saying? So there's that aspect with like motherfucking dematerialization, right? Or teleportation. That happens because you could get control over your body, right? And then like, you know, dematerialize your atoms and then make them reappear somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy that Ryan Cropper talked about this, Joe, like yesterday. Well, for y'all, it's not yesterday. I'm making this video on Tuesday, so it was on Monday. He talked about this shit on his live stream, right? I think it was Monday. Either that or it was on Sunday. One of the live streams. He talked about how he was actually, no, I think it was on Sunday. Yeah. He was talking about how he fused his astral body with his physical body and was practicing teleportation and how it was kind of painful, low-key. But, yeah, because he could actually feel his atoms, like, splitting and moving and shit like that. Like, it was weird for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, so that's how that shit works. Because if you become, like, your motherfucking soul and shit, you become the thing that sustains this body. You can literally manipulate how this body's moving and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why those powers work. You know what I'm saying? There's several powers that just work for several different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, as you become that non-physical part of yourself, the power shit does happen. You know what I'm saying? You do obtain peace because you stop being the ego that makes all these thoughts and gets you upset and stuff like that. You don't identify with the thoughts and all that shit. Even if they flow through you, you don't identify. Because two people can have the same thought. I'm fat. I'm fat. But the person who actually identifies as being fat, they're gonna be the person who's upset. Like there's skinny people who say all the time, "Oh my God, I'm so fat," but they don't actually feel bad about it because they know they're not actually fat. But if a fat person said that, they're going to feel bad. Not all overweight people will feel bad about it. But if they identify with fat, you know what I'm saying, then they're going to actually feel bad about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And also how they identify with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But long story short, bro, the ultimate goal is not to obtain peace. It's not to get your past lives. It's not for superpowers. The ultimate goal is to become of the non-physical part of yourself. AKA to become of your awareness. AKA to become aware of your own awareness. AKA to become conscious. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Once you become your awareness, you can literally do so much shit. You can literally stop choosing to think in certain ways. Or if you do think in certain ways, you can choose to not identify with them. Because all you're doing is just observing them now. That's where the peace comes from. You're just observing them shits. You can look at yourself now and get your past lives. You tap into different parts of, you know what I'm saying? Because the non-physical shit, right, is what makes the light that makes the body. So you can tap into the light and the energy that makes up the body and freaking restructure it differently and do all this weird, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? There are so many things that happen when you become simply test your awareness. So the goal is to become your awareness because that's when you literally become everything and nothing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta honestly realize something. The more you become of your awareness, you see how crazy shit is because look at this universe, bro. It's made out of pure awareness, becoming aware of itself and then building all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You could literally do the same exact thing. And in fact, you already have. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here. You were part of that group awareness that made all this shit. So you already did this before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't do it as an ego personality, but you've done it as source. You've done it as awareness. So that's the ultimate goal, to become awareness. The ultimate goal of spirituality is to become awareness, to become of the non-physical part of yourself, which is awareness, to become conscious, aware of your own awareness. With that being said, it's been your boy Daph for Coaching Entertainment. For coaching, link down below, Discord's down below, Patreon down below, donations down below, everything down below. I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Peace.